Hello and welcome to the Here's to Your Health podcast. I'm your host today, Lily Wyatt, and today I'm joined by Don Lensman from Hospital Foundation of Crawford County and also Dana Neiman, who's our Director of Education and Patient Experience.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Awesome.
Because it seems like I'm here every week, but I'm on the opposite side of the desk this time.
Awesome. Hope you enjoy.
I am so far.
So, Don, I understand that we have a lot of really exciting things going on with our Hospital Foundation.
Yeah, the Hospital Foundation's in the middle of doing several things right now. First of all, we have our annual golf outing, and if anybody would like to sign up for that, you can go out to our website. You can sign up, and you can actually submit your fees there to participate in the golf outing if you'd like to do that. We're always looking for more sponsors and more teams to play, so just go to ccmhia.com and you can sign up for that. But in addition to that, we're also in the midst of a UTV raffle, and people who are listening right now are saying, what's a UTV? And I said, well, that is one of those you could call it a unique terrain vehicle, but usually they call it a utility terrain vehicle, also known as an all-terrain vehicle. So you could use ATV or UTV, they're somewhat interchangeable. But we're doing this raffle because we need to raise some money to help cover the cost for some new mannequins that we need for our community education. And that's why Dana Neiman is here today to tell us a little bit more about the mannequins and some of the things that these mannequins can do, because these are not your grandpa's mannequins, promise.
Right. So, with the advancements of, learning opportunities, we do our Scrubs Camp, we do a lot of career exploration, we do community partnerships as well as staff education, and then partner with some of our community partners and provide education. The particular mannequin that we're looking at is fairly costly because it's not officially high fidelity, but it's kind of like middle fidelity. So this mannequin is really neat. It actually gives us an opportunity to connect cardiac monitors directly to the mannequin, and we can feed cardiac rhythms through that, but we can also listen to lung sounds. We can palpate pulses. And, I've been in this role for about 8 years. About 8 years, maybe a little over. And I inherited our trauma mannequin from probably 3 educators ago. And so, you can do a lot with the imagination, but really being able to do a lot more simulation. Not only does it help with staff skill and competency, scenario-based education, but it also really kind of hooks some of our youth as we're hosting a lot of our Scrubs Camp and our career explorations.
Absolutely. It sounds like a big investment that's going to not only help our providers and our employees so far, but also those student opportunities.
Oh, yes. And so there's a number of different things. I'm super excited to, get it and play with it. Yeah. But we can do a lot of different things with it, including start an IV. So awesome. That's going to be exciting.
Now, one of the questions that people ask us is, so the cost of the mannequins, we're going to get to. One mannequin is $15,000, the other is $6,000. People say, well, the mannequin's like $2,000. No, not these mannequins.
No.
I mean, so Dana's talking about the high fidelity. It gives a much more lifelike experience, and it really provides a higher level of training for the people who need that. And when we talk about staff or we talk about students, we're talking about all of our EMS providers.
Absolutely.
So if you ever have a cardiac event, when you come to, you'll know that they got their training at CCMH, and these mannequins really came in handy. Just saying.
Absolutely.
So the other part of this is that it's not just our own staff or students, but something that Dana talked about, and that's all of our community partners. So whether that's folks like the utilities or county workers or sheriff's department or police department, or school personnel or child care providers, whatever the case might happen to be, we do lots and lots of community education because these folks need their certifications, and it's not just a one-time thing.
Correct. So, in order to maintain skill and competency, you usually have to go through a certification about every 2 years, roughly, by the American Heart Association, and then we often open up skill stations, annually or biannually around that, because if you're not using these skills, you can lose them. So a lot of companies, like you mentioned, our DMU, our county roads, our conservation partners, they need it for OSHA requirements and whatnot, for like CPR and first aid, and that is a 2-year certification. But if you really want to become proficient and comfortable with it, we want people to come more frequently and be able to have those skill stations. And so we do quarterly competencies with all of our clinical staff, and I know the EMSA also does a fair amount of skills on top of their monthly meetings and continuing education. And so this is just a way to be able to, again, provide more life-like situations. And if we have the opportunity to do these things in a controlled environment and build that muscle memory and build that skill set and be able to have that systematic approach, the more likely we're going to have positive outcomes in the real world.
Absolutely. So Dana, when we're talking about the value of upgrading these mannequins, how much more of a value is that going to be? When people look at the cost, they think that's a lot, but how much more experience or opportunities are people going to get?
You cannot put a number on the value of this. So, we train all the time. We pray and we hope and do a rain dance, whatever it is you believe in, so that way these traumatic things never happen or these incidents never happen to people in our community. But we need to have the training. And so if even one person can benefit from that training, it's invaluable.
Amazing.
It's priceless.
Amazing. So Dawn, can you talk to us a little bit more about this UTV raffle? Kind of get into the details and how the logistics work for that.
Yeah, now that you know what the money is for and that it will be put to good use, we're hoping to raise somewhere between $10,000 and $12,000 in the raffle. So each raffle ticket on this UTV, which is Kimco 450i, it is a typical side-by-side. It's got a little box on the back if you want to put your kids in there or your cooler or whatever, your tools. I'll let you decide what it is you want to put in the back of this thing. The tickets are $100 a piece. We're only selling 250 of those, and we've already sold almost half of the tickets. So we won't draw until September 3rd. We're going to give ourselves plenty of time to sell the tickets, but if you want one, you probably need to get in the game here pretty quick. And you could either see any Hospital Foundation of Crawford County board member, Brian Edelman being the lead person on this. Brian is at Bank, Iowa here in Denison. Or you can call me at 712-265-2515, and I can help you with a ticket as well. But we're not selling a lot of these, so 1 out of 250 is way better than buying a lottery ticket or a scratch off or going to the casino. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
These are pretty good odds. Yeah. They're pretty good odds.
But the money, the fact of the matter is the money goes to a really great cause, and we're going to put it to extremely good use. Absolutely. And we thought this would be a fun way to go about doing it. And we have a gambling license, so in case anybody is wondering, we are absolutely street legal on this in more ways than one. So we're looking forward to it, but and people are excited about it, and I think we need to be, because this is a great project for us to be working on.
Absolutely. So let's say for some reason somebody's not super interested in owning a UTV, or they're not really wanting to golf. Are there any other opportunities that people can have to donate to our foundation, or?
Well, always. Right? So we do a number of different things through the Hospital Foundation of Crawford County. Probably the big thing is our employee scholarships. The Hospital Foundation offers $5,000 spring and fall to employees who want to improve their skills or want to get continuing education. So we have a committee that meets, and we get those applications back from our employees, and we upskill all of our folks as much as we can all the time. And so in the 13 years that I've been here, it means that we've invested at least $130,000, but we also know that the hospital matches that amount. So actually in the last 13 years since I've been here, we've invested about $250,000 in education and training for our staff. And it's what helps us to continue to maintain our skills and to be able to offer new services that we haven't been able to offer in the past. One example of that is for our rehab services, we're now able to offer lymphedema, which is an entire class, and you learn a different skill set. But lymphedema is a highly specialized sort of thing that's really great, especially for cancer patients. And not everybody offers it, but we were able to, through our scholarship program, be able to create that ability to offer that service through our rehab services here at CCMH. So, the things that we do are extremely important. One other thing that we do that people probably are very aware of is our patient transportation service. We have 2 vans and about 30 different volunteers who come throughout the month, every month, to be able to help us bring patients to and from the hospital, absolutely at no cost. We don't charge for that service. And we're also in the process of looking into buying a new van for our patient transportation service. So there are a lot of opportunities out there. If you want to be involved, you give me a call. Again, 712-265-2515. I can help you with that.
Absolutely. We're always taking donations. Awesome. Just to wrap up, so tickets are $100, limited to $50. Anybody can purchase as many as they'd like up into that amount, correct? There's
Right.
not
Absolutely.
a cap on
right.
how much individual.
If you want to buy 10, I'll get you 10, as long as we have 10 to sell.
There you go.
But yeah, $100 a piece, and any checks, you can make those out to the Hospital Foundation of Crawford County. But we'll also take cash, which is just as good as money, as the late Yogi Berra used to say.
Awesome.
And if there's anybody has any questions about what the foundation does, or any questions about how the mannequins will be used, or how you might be able to get a hold of Dana Neiman in order to be able to schedule or participate in one of those trainings, again, just give me a call at 712-265-2515, and we'll make sure we get everybody hooked up.
Perfect. And remind me, Don, is there a deadline to sign up for our golf outing that's coming up?
Yeah, the deadline, we're going to play on the 27th, but it's usually the week before. So we've got about a week or so. And so by about a week from today, by June 20th, we need to have people signed up for the golf outing. So if you would be willing to do that, and we would love to have you. And again, the money that we're raising from the golf outing this year actually is going to help us purchase a new transportation vehicle. So lots of things going on, raising money for lots of different good causes, though. And we'd really like as many people as possible to participate.
Amazing. It sounds like there's a lot of, awesome, great opportunities that we have going on. And
Absolutely.
We're going to benefit a wide variety of people.
Yes.
Awesome. Any final notes from either of you? Or
I do know that we are always striving to certainly enhance our skills and competencies, as well as helping people bridge learning gaps. And so I'm very thankful for the foundation and Brian Edelman, and Don and everybody on it for putting their time and talents to good use, because it's really going to make an impact in our community.
Yeah, I've already bought my ticket, my raffle ticket. Dana says she's going to buy 2.
I'll buy 2.
So you better get in.
Don't tell Tom.
712-265-2515.
amazing. This has been the Here's to Your Health podcast. I'm Lily Wyatt. Take care and stay well.